So this is your first hunt. You're after a creature that can't be killed.
I could help you.
Well, good luck with your journey. You might not be alone in this hunt.
You heard it up top. We return to space once more and talk Weyland-Yutani once more because we're returning to the kind of alien verse, but mostly Predator verse because we're talking the new Predator film, Predator Badlands, here on Normies Like Us with your hosts, Colin the Tool.
Weyland-Yutani. Prophet.
This is Jacob of Yautja. I have
Yautja.
completed my hunt.
Nice.
Wow,
Predator Badlands. You know, now we're getting the official connection joint universe of Alien and Predator. Before we've had Alien and Predator movies, but they were in a separate universe once Ridley Scott made the prequels, because technically there are no xenomorphs until David makes them in like 2110 or whatever. So
I thought they were always in the same universe. I mean, Alien versus Predator?
Nope, different universe. Once David was introduced, David didn't make aliens until after Covenant. So there were no xenomorphs in existence until David did it. So AVPs are in a separate Predator timeline, but now Disney's like, give me the money.
Why is it in a separate timeline?
How do you have xenomorphs in 2004 on Earth if they don't exist until 2110 when David invents them?
He invented them in 2110? I don't know.
I don't want to hear
Yeah, he invented them in the future. AVP is modern day.
Now, as a listener of our own podcast, and I listened to our Alien Earth episode, which I was not a participant on. I did not watch that series in time. We did have our alien expert, Adam, on, who did concede in that episode that he was getting nervous that Mike was outdoing him in alien trivia. So here we are.
I think that's where I'm a Weyland-Yutani expert now, and so I just had to make that clear right up top.
Well, we should say you have transferred your brain to a synth body, Mike.
Yes, correct, and I really like Peter Pan. It's like my favorite thing. I got a weird eyeball, buddy. It's great. But so Disney's officially saying Predator Badland, here it is, the shared universe.
To me, they were always in the same universe, and I call it the Weyland-Yutani verse.
Fair.
And I just,
Predator,
I don't care about dates that much.
No, that's fine. Just xenomorphs didn't exist until 2100, so there's no AVP.
I guess that makes sense, but
anyway.
It's all right.
It's messy.
It works.
It's messy, but it works. Predator goes back to like the 1700s with Prey, which was Dan Trachtenberg's previous movie. So we go from like the 1700s minimum of humans interacting with predators to now this is the latest one in the future. It's after Alien Resurrection. It's in like past 2300. We don't know an exact date. This one is the furthest in the future of any Alien or Predator movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw this movie last night.
Okay.
And I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, I saw it 2 weeks ago when it came out. Yeah.
That's fair.
It's been hundreds of episodes since our Prey episode, a quarantine special,
2022.
If I can recall.
A couple years ago, yeah.
What was y'all's history with this franchise?
I had
really not too much.
Yeah, I'd seen the original and the second one. I hadn't seen Predators or The Predator at that point. Now I've seen all of them, and Killer of Killers I've seen. So I've seen them all now, but at that time it was only the big hitters.
I've seen all of them except Killer of Killers, which I have not seen yet. But I saw, Predator 1, Predator 2, Predators, The Predator,
AVP, AVP, Requiem.
Yeah, but those ones, like you said, they don't count.
Those are Predator movies. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But really, I mean, when it comes to the Predator franchise, I like the movies, but I've never a huge fan, and definitely not compared to Alien. Like, I like the Alien franchise a lot more than the Predator franchise. But I think that kind of changed with Prey, because I think Prey came out and we all really liked that movie, of course. And I would say that's still the second best Predator movie, maybe?
Yeah, depends. I mean, we could break that down at the end, but this Prey was in my top 10. It was my number 7 that year.
Wow.
So there you go.
And
what was your history? Well, it's Colin.
to compare it to a different franchise, because Jacob's comparing it to Alien, I'll kind of follow your route here and say it wasn't my franchise to beat over my hero's other sci-fi franchise. Of course, I'm an Arnold boy. So when I was a kid, we would watch Terminator a bunch, and my dad would be like, "Well, you know, he's got like another sci-fi movie." I'd be like, "Oh, okay." We'd put Predator on. I'd be like, "I don't know." Like these
Why is he not a
greasy
robot?
guys in the jungle. What is going on here? Why is he not a mean robot?
Yep.
And it just, I've seen them all now. I like them a lot. I also fall into your camp, Jacob, of the big moment for me was going to the theater and seeing Alien versus Predator and them kind of being the good guys in that first one and being like, yo, I actually do love these characters.
Mm-hmm. That's
It's
true.
I think it's a franchise that could have been there. You could have done more with it, and for some reason, they didn't really do that much with it until recently. And like even there was the Predator, Shane Black's movie, which is not very good. And maybe that killed off the franchise for a while until Prey. But like I was gonna say, Prey, directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who also directed this movie, so he's kind of now the Predator lore master, I guess. And he also directed Killer of Killers. So the last
This
three
is his
Predator
third one.
movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the Predator guy now, I guess.
Yep, he's the
How do we feel
Outjaw
about that?
Wrangler. I mean, this is we'll get into it proper, but this does do kind of the most different with the property, and maybe it needed it because for a long time everyone said all you got to do is pick a time period and put a Predator in it, and this is like something so different than that it's really going to
Well,
shape the future,
yeah.
which I want to talk about at the end where we think this is going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting too, because of course, after the success of Prey, well, it wasn't a box office success because it didn't come out in theaters. It was a Hulu original, if you remember.
Yeah.
And but it was well received critically. So after that,
Mm.
you said, yeah, you could keep that formula going, have different Predators in different time periods or whatever. Instead, they went a whole different direction and made the Predator the protagonist for the first time.
Well, yes, I absolutely agree with you. I think that's the most fascinating point of this movie, Jacob. And because you haven't seen Killer of Killers, I will point out that it's interesting that his follow-up to that film, exactly what you're saying, that has this perfect formula of pick a timeline, pick a type of people that are warriors, have them fight a predator, is literally he makes this anthology film that's like, okay. He fights a Viking, he fights a ninja, he fights like a medieval dude. Like he literally
Right.
just like
Fights a
sets it
World
up.
War
He's
II
like,
pilot.
there, I got that shit out. Yeah, he's like, it's whatever it is. And then like you're saying, the
That's
next
true.
one, he's like, I'm gonna give you something you've never fucking seen before and make the fucking Yacha the fucking protagonist, which is so crazy.
Yes.
With like
And
the
but also Killer
cinematographer
of
of the
Killers.
original.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Killer of Killers is also animated, so it's a little different where people are like, "Oh, I want to see that in live action. I want to see a pirate and a samurai or whatever." But
Jack Sparrow for
I
the
agree.
Outja, Disney.
I wish.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean crossover with Predators.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh, mate, what is that? In the water.
Type of predator.
But yeah, I think it was a good idea to do something that's really never been done before, because the Predators have always been the villains, or the heroes of Predator movies are always the humans who have to get away from them or survive, basically. And now we're flipping that, and this is the most extensive look into the Yautja lore, the Yautja homeworld, culture, language, all that stuff. So we're really seeing more Yautjas than we ever have before.
Okay, so before we get into it, were you excited when this was announced and it was like, oh, we got a protagonist Yautja? Because there was a little bit of internet that was like, that's not cool. It's PG-13. This is going to be lame and woke. Like, where were you guys at?
Mike, here's where I'm at, is that I feel very disconnected from trailers recently. I basically don't watch trailers online anymore, and I only watch them in theaters because dudes, and I am 36 years old, and I will admit this, I get tripped up by fucking AI trailers. Like, I will click on a thumbnail that's like, new
God.
Predator thing is called Predator Badlands, and he's holding a lightsaber and all this stuff where I'm like, is that real? And I'm kind of like hovering over it for a second and being like, you know what? I'm actually not going to click on this for a minute. And if I don't see it in theaters, I won't get the trailer. So when I kind of finally saw what the setup of this was, I kind of had a very cold initial reaction, dude.
I think I'm going to be in the same boat. I'm like, I was like, not too crazy. But I'm like, Predators usually are rated. Like, I didn't love connecting Weyland-Yutani to Predator like explicitly under Disney. I was like, I don't know. I like having Alien over here, but Disney wants to do AVP, so I was a little skeptical. But I think overall I was
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised. But what about you, Jacob?
For me, I watched the real trailer. I'm pretty sure when it came out, and
Oh.
the thing I remember most is like the obviously Elle Fanning synth character was heavily in the marketing, so that was kind of the whole thing. It's like, oh, you don't understand. He's going to be carrying this Elle Fanning robot around on his back the whole time.
He's doing a Chewbacca
I was
the
like,
whole
okay.
time with C-3PO.
Yeah.
Like, all right, interesting.
I was like, because I wasn't sure, like, how can you just follow a single predator? Like, they don't really talk, And this movie has more predators talking than I've ever seen before. But I always thought of them as sort of like solitary, quiet. They're just hunters, right? They're just doing their thing. So I was like, he needs a foil to bounce it off of. So that's the Elle Fanning character. So after I saw that trailer, I was like, you know what, I like this idea. Like, I like where this is going. You're seeing more of the Yautja culture, like I said. So I was into it, and I was willing. And also because I was like, oh, Dan Trachtenberg directed Prey. I liked Prey. Seems like he knows what he's doing. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah, Dan Trachtenberg. I think I trusted him, so I went in kind of neutral, but I wasn't super excited. But I guess that's what we'll talk about if we want to just jump into it. We want to head over to Gemma, the deadliest planet in the galaxy, and talk about Predator Badlands.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. We're back here on Normies Like Us, and thank God you listeners found us because we're talking Predator Badlands, and we just so happened, all three of us, be sitting here without our legs.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I lost my legs again.
I prefer the term artificial podcaster myself.
Well, I was thinking,
fucking clankers.
With the Weyland-Yutani connection now, I was like, Mike's got to be loving this because you got Alien Romulus, you got this movie. I mean, we've had more, and of course, Alien Earth, the show that just came out. We've had more Weyland-Yutani verse content than like
is it
ever.
Just the Fox of it all, Mike? Is it the fact that like all these things were owned by Fox, now they're all owned by Disney, and truly the screenwriters are like, who cares if it's all one universe? Just make it all one stupid thing.
Well, what I'm thinking is, it's inevitable that Disney, once they had both, they're like, we're going to do another AVP. So we need to make Alien popular again, and we need to make Predator popular again. So it was inevitable that this was going to happen.
Just keep McFlurrying them together around and around and around until people don't, know what's different from each other.
But I do have a pitch that I'll save for the end of a way I would like to see an AVP done that ties everything together. But I'll save that for the end. It's brief.
I was going to say, they should just it should just be really big budget and just do it right this time. Not that I hate the first AVP, but I think it could have been done better.
No, I think I have a really good pitch for it, so I want to tease that for after the episode.
Yeah, could be the Avengers of this world, though.
Oh my god!
Which might be what they're doing. We can talk about that as we go through the episode.
Oh my god! Did you hear? Charlize Theron's playing Dak's mom.
Exactly. No, we're gonna get Wendy, and she's gonna have her pet xenomorphs, and she's gonna be running around.
Right. We did get that tease at the end of this movie, which, we don't want to jump ahead, but Predator Badlands.
Predator Badlands.
Dumb
title. Maybe start there.
Okay. Punch it up. What do we call it?
I don't know.
Generic because it's like, why is it called
Planet of Death?
Planet.
I mean, just call it like truly. Yeah.
It should, but it should be. I don't know what you would call it instead. I guess Predator Badlands. Yeah,
that's not a good title either.
Dak Prescott.
See, that's Dak at least
Prescott. Somebody's got to do that this year. But anyway.
Dak Prescott's honest.
Or wasn't it Deck? I thought it was Deck.
It's Deck, but
Deck.
Yeah.
Deck Prescott.
This is like a kind of a action adventure odyssey. It is like his coming of age. We get a Yautja named Deck who's the run of the litter. He's hunting with his brother, training, and he's like, "Look, man, you're still not there, Deck. You're still not there, little guy. He really wants to prove himself, though."
Yeah, and I thought this was a great hook, this intro, where, of course, the father shows up. You find out, the father wanted the older brother to kill the younger brother because the weak must be called. He's the run of the litter. He must be killed. He's too weak to be a predator.
You've been walking around using my last name? Who fucking lets you do that shit? Get out of here.
But the older brother, who is sympathetic to the younger brother, basically refuses to kill him and instead lets him escape. And then the father instead kills the older brother,
And
which the
Deck is
younger brother
forced to watch
witnesses.
this. Yeah.
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 And that's really the hook of this, is that this whole family interaction. And basically, Deck's got daddy issues. That's kind of,
Oh
he's a
boy.
predator with daddy issues.
Yeah, yeah. Which seems common. But the thing is, I love the setup they make. Within like 10 minutes, you become so sympathetic for Deck and what they're able to do with the facial animations. Like, I need to shout it out. What's this guy's
Oh
name?
man.
Mm.
Oh,
It
great
looks
question.
great. Yeah, but I'll look that up for now.
And I was
I
also
know the
curious,
guy that
Jacob, if
plays
you knew
Deck
the.
is.
Demetrius
sorry.
Schuster-Koloamatangi. He's doing a great.
Yeah,
He does
he's
a
a
physical
stunt actor
performance.
mostly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seems like mostly a New Zealander. Seems like this is his first, big budget movie. Jacob, I was curious if you knew the brother's actor at all, because I saw that he's a basketball player.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
the
I
brother
didn't see that.
Quay.
Wait, let me look that.
They needed a really
Quay.
tall guy.
Way.
Oh,
What a
Mike
great name.
Comic.
Yeah.
It looks
That
like he
jumped
played in
out
the
at all.
NBL, which is the New Zealand.
Oh,
So we are
We-
doing it.
well, you love the NBL.
I love it's
NBL
my
catch.
favorite.
We need to
basketball
figure
league.
out where that basketball guy from Alien Rhyme is. They can't stop hiring basketball players, these franchises.
That's right.
Well, if you're like,
It's-
if you're 6'8" or whatever, you have pretty limited career choices, but there are a couple ones that are pretty good for you.
Giant monster
True.
freak and basketball player. Yeah,
Yeah, you could be the guy that plays Chewbacca.
that's
He's
true.
pretty tall.
Yeah, very true.
Very true.
Here's the thing, guys. That's the initial premise. I want to jump in kind of with the first reaction here and get your guys's as well. To jump in and say, I adored this movie. I really liked it. What I like about it is exactly what you guys just said. Like, oh, it's like an old school, like alien has daddy issues and goes to a planet and has to do a hunt, like this sort of like
Yeah.
pride, man
Coming
on a
of age.
mission thing. It's classic sci-fi in a way that reminds me of the first season of Mandalorian before it got really like bogged down in lore, where it was just like
Yes.
sci-fi adventures, you know what I mean? Where you
It is
just
very
do not see
Mandalorian.
that shit anymore.
Mm-mm.
I was thinking during some of the action scenes and stuff too. I was like, this is the best episode of The Mandalorian I've seen in a while. But yeah, it really is. Alien has daddy issues, has to go on a quest, has to get the big hunt, learns to make friends along the way.
Yeah.
Makes some unlikely friends who become sort of a found family, which we see in a lot of movies like this, where it's like the found family because your old family rejected you, right?
Right.
I'll say I liked it. I didn't like it as much as Prey. Like, I think Prey is still better because I just like the
Interesting.
simplicity of Prey. I need to rewatch it because I haven't watched it in a couple years, but so I don't think it quite reached Prey for me, but I did like it. So I'll say that.
So, same. I have them both rated as 4 stars on Letterboxd. I liked Prey more, I think, initially because it's less CG reliant. When they're doing that John Wick with the bow and arrow, that shit is awesome. Just like good stunt choreography. This has good stunt choreography too, but it's a lot more CG. But I liked this a lot, and I was really surprised by the end of it. So well done, Dan Trapp.
I liked it a lot.
Laser bow and arrow.
Laser. How does that even work? But whatever. Who cares? Man?
Right. Predator. You see all kinds of cool Predator weapons and stuff, which is cool. And then he uses the planet's natural elements to make like some improvised weapons and stuff, which is very cool.
When the
Whichever
last
Midthunder
30
uses
minutes
his
of this,
technology against him, it's a flip of that.
he reverses it when the last 30 minutes of this movie is them going, what if we just remade Predator 1 and he has to like use the environment to hunt an alien?
Yeah.
You're like, this is perfect. Like,
This
that's
is perfect.
great.
I did like a lot of it. There was a couple plot points that I was confused by. And when I get into those, we can talk about it. I will say, like, so I've been working a lot. I've been very busy. I almost like couldn't find the time to go see this movie.
Wow.
I was going to see it this weekend. Then some stuff came up. So I ended up seeing it, pretty late last night. And I was a little tired. So I may have,
Oh boy.
gotten a little sleepy at points and nodded off. But I saw most of it. Like, I might have nodded off for like a minute
Plot
or two here or there.
holes. He's
But I
missing.
think
He still liked it.
That moment where Deck's like, go to sleep, little warrior. You've earned this nap. Like,
no,
what is he
I
talking
understood
about?
everything.
Sleep in honor.
But there's a couple moments I was confused. Like when the second Elle Fanning first shows up, I was like, wait, when did she get her legs back? And then I was like, oh, okay, that's a different person. But then
Oh,
the
you're
whole
so
like
funny.
Tessa backstory, I was like, at first I thought Tessa was like the human Elle Fanning, and then they made a robot based on her, so like she was the human version, and then she was the robot version, and then I was like, oh, they're both robots. But we'll get into all of that, but for the most part, I really liked it. So
yeah. To make a Predator the protagonist, that's a tough thing to do, especially to sell like the emotional connection to the audience. So they pull that off. And as far as PG-13, there's so much blood and guts because it's all alien or robot blood and guts. It doesn't matter as long as it's not humans.
I was thinking about that too, because of course when the big finale, he's fighting a bunch of synths, a bunch of Weyland-Yutani synths. And I was like, did they just make they literally just made them synths so that you could just like rip them apart and it wouldn't be blood and stuff. It would just
punching her hand through their heads, multiple heads, like ripping them to shreds. Like it's so violent.
They pull no punches.
But that led me to the question of practically within the universe, like Weyland-Yutani, if they can do full synth missions that have no humans, just synths, then why would they have human employees at all? And why wouldn't they just have all synth missions?
Humans are cheaper than a synthetic.
Yeah.
Human life is that.
Cheaper. I would think synths are cheaper.
No, synths are billion-dollar
assets. They don't
assets.
have the same needs as humans.
Yeah, it costs like billions to like operate and run, probably. And keep
but once you build them, they're kind of self-reliant.
Fair.
I guess.
Maybe
I don't
know. Does David eat?
I don't think David eats, but
no, they don't eat. They don't need to sleep. So you would save a lot on efficiency and stuff. But maybe they're so expensive to make that it's not worth it. But I was just thinking, like, there's so many synths on this mission. It was making me ask some questions.
Well, what this tells me is this is past 2380 or something. So maybe at this point they have enough synth infrastructure. They're like, yeah, we'll do full synth missions now. Who knows? But it tells me that their stock price is probably doing all right in the 2390s. They're still
what's Boy Cavalier
looking for
doing?
Specimens. They love it. They love looking for specimens.
Yeah. What's Prodigy up to at this point?
What's Arc the Lad doing?
Yeah, right. But yeah, 400 years.
I was wondering, because
specimens. They love it.
Right. Obviously, most Weyland-Yutani, and I guess this is in the far future from some of the other Alien movies and stuff. So maybe they're a lot more advanced now.
Yeah.
But pretty much all Weyland-Yutani missions, they have all humans and then like one synth that's special, and because they're so expensive. But now you have just a billion like synth soldier guys that you can just
they must be doing
kind of mass produce.
Yeah, because in Alien Earth, they're like Wendy's a $1 billion asset. That's a little bit different because she's a
different.
hybrid.
Yeah, she's
but
not
still,
like Timothy Oliphant.
A human's not going to cost you $1 billion anyway.
Billions of dollars for those Peter Pan storybooks.
right. So they're probably.
I was just thinking about that, but obviously, they had all synths, so they could just go crazy in the finale and kill a bunch of them without it being too violent.
PG-13, baby. Yep.
That's right.
Biggest opening of any one of these movies, too, by the way. So.
Wow, that's cool.
Wow. Well, we said at the time, Prey again, Hulu streaming original. If that came out in theaters, I thought it would have done gangbusters. Because great reception, people were checking it out, so they really missed an opportunity there.
They were going to
make
dump
Amber Midthunder a movie star.
Yeah, and she's awesome, but they were going to dump Romulus.
Well, I haven't seen her in too much since then. What's that?
They were going to dump Romulus on Hulu too, but after everyone said you should have released Prey in theaters, then they said, all right, maybe we'll put Romulus in theaters. So
that would have been so stupid. Yeah.
Romulus made a bunch of money.
They did a double feature.
And this one made a bunch of money, it seems.
Did you see that?
Although it did have a big, second week drop off in box office. This movie.
Oh, what's competing with it? I don't even know.
Running Man and.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing: Running Man bombed, but Now You See Me 3 won the weekend.
I went on Saturday.
Wow. Now You See Me.
Now You Three Me.
9-year-old
You don't
movie.
think I got 2 tickets to Now You Three Me, baby? I said, your coziest seats, please.
Nice.
That's right. They brought back the original cast. They got new cast.
Buddy, don't.
Our
I mean, should we change it? Should we
franchise.
change the episode real quick?
Yeah,
what are we talking about right now?
We're talking about
Now You See Me
when
review.
they did the name that the second one should have had, which is Now You See Me, Now You Don't, I guess. Or
And
it
then
should
they
just
could
be
have
called
Now
Now
You Free
You
Me.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should
then
be
this one
called
should be
Now
like-
You Three Me.
They fucked it up. Anyway.
But anyway, Predator Badlands. No, I saw it in theaters, and I'm glad I did. It was a fun movie to watch in theaters.
Let me say,
Yeah.
I go to the Alamo all the time, and there was 2 seats next to me that were open, and it was like a father and literal child. And I'm thinking, you could bring your kid to a Predator movie because it's PG-13.
Hey.
You know?
Here you go.
And that's where the money's coming. Like my dad, who's like, I watched this when I was a kid. It was awesome. I'm gonna take you to watch the new
Yeah, hell yeah,
Badlands
dude.
movie.
That's cute as hell. Now, Mike, Yetcha Green Blood cocktail
Nothing.
or
They were ramping up for
okay.
Wicked.
Shit on that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting alpha buzz.
Need your green
We're
drink
getting
and your pink
alpha
drink.
buzz.
They got
they're
the
mixing
crazy desserts
together.
and stuff. Yep.
Make a tornado.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Well, I'll
Um,
say I saw this in my preferred method. I saw it in 3D, which is
Really?
maybe why I enjoyed
Wow.
it so much, and maybe consider it my favorite Predator film. I thought even for it not being shot for that the transfer was quite effective.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, and there was some
Seems a lot
good,
of action.
good cinematography, good action. The planet is interesting because, like you said, he goes to this planet, Badlands planet, where everything is just trying to kill you at all
Gurkha.
times.
Mhm.
Gurkha is Death World.
Gemma, I believe, but yes,
Gemma,
Gurkha's
Gemma.
better. I like
Get ready
Gurkha.
for me to mess up every name and noun in this movie.
That's fine. But
Even,
the
well, yeah, Yautja, they say again more
Yautja.
times than I think have ever been said in a
Yautja
movie. But
Prime.
that was not
Yautja
invented for this
Prime.
movie, of course. That was already the established canon name of the Predator race is
Mhm.
Yautja.
Maybe
but,
from a comic book and then adapted for Predator 2, maybe, I
that would be
think.
Yeah.
my guess. It seems like a likely genesis of
yeah,
that.
but I don't think they've ever said it as much as in this movie.
And certainly not in the first film, which of course was written by two weirdo brothers. Look up their story. They threw the script, I believe, over a producer or agent's fence and read it and was like, "Oh, this is actually very good." And
That's usually
their
how you make it in
premise
Hollywood.
was, that's how you make it. Their premise
start
was,
doing that.
what if Rocky had to beat up E.T.? And that's was sort of was their entry point. And of course, the original title was The Hunters, which was the original name for them.
Right.
And of course, the original actor who performed the bodysuit of the original Yacha was Jean-Claude Van Damme. And if you look up a picture of it, it is sort of
Right.
a bug monster with big jaws, and he was supposed to kick a bunch.
Yeah,
So-
it's like a weird bug creature. Way worse design. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Right. Well, of course, the name Predator is a bit of a misnomer,
They are
as they
hunters.
kind of say in this movie, because the predators hunt for food, right? Whereas they're
Right.
essentially they're trophy hunters.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, their whole culture is based around hunting. They have a very sort of masculine culture that's all about being the dominant one and all this stuff. So, do you guys like the Predator lore kind of in this movie and stuff? Like, do you like the expanded culture? I mean, it's all stuff that has been seen probably before to a certain degree, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, like in the comics, you learn that the Yautja are not necessarily like a unified race. Like there's different factions, there's like bad bloods that are like kind of dishonored Yautja. So you can do a lot with them. So I like that we're seeing this corner with Deck and his dad and that crew, but we don't know
Yeah.
what that doesn't
Seems very
represent all other
clan-based.
Yautja. Yeah.
Dex specifically is getting called out for he is deformed. He's a runt of the litter. That is why he has to prove himself so hard. He's essentially normal,
little baby.
average, like 6
Yeah.
foot height, which to them they're like, look at this like weak little thing. We
It's
got
essentially like
king over here.
if me, if Colin or I was a Yautja,
Yeah.
we'd be
little
one of
messed
those.
up, little baby legs.
got a busted
Jacob,
tooth.
to answer your question, I get nervous anytime sci-fi kind of takes the easy route for an alien species, a culture, whatever, and sort of just goes, what if they had just had Spartan culture, sort of the Klingon thing, where I'm like,
Yeah.
they're never like my favorite race. So I've never really like loved the Yautjas necessarily.
They are very Klingon-y. I mean,
Yeah.
essentially their whole thing is very similar to Klingons, although Klingons are more just about fighting wars and dying in war. And
It's that old. I mean, you hear sci-fi writers have to justify it all the time, where they're like, I mean, how did these barbarians get smart enough that they make spaceships? Like, it's like that. It's like the craziest question to answer, right?
Right.
Yeah,
But that's something I've always liked about the Predators is
Yeah.
that they are this kind of culture, but they also have very
Vikings.
advanced technology and lasers
Yeah.
and stuff.
I've seen it. I don't know if it was in the comics, but somebody online was saying it's been posited maybe that like they got attacked by an alien race that had spaceships, but then they killed them and just used their spaceships. They didn't know how to build them.
That would answer
Kinda
a
like-
lot of questions.
Yeah,
I like the idea
whoa.
that they are like a very intelligent species, but they just put all that energy into hunting for some reason.
Now,
Trophy
you say they're intelligent, Jacob. They did come to our Earth because they did, I will remind you, believe that autistic children were our evolved
That's my
future.
favorite. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
If you have not seen The Predator, from 2018, I believe, essentially the message of that movie is that autism is the next step in human evolution. It's basically a superpower, and that's why predators attack Earth.
But that movie introduces the lure that they upgrade themselves from these cultures too. So I kind of
Right.
do like that lore, Mike, of like, maybe like they were like, I don't know, spaceships. These are ours now.
Yeah, you're right. And I do.
And
like
they do
the
have,
idea that-
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that there's like different clans. Like the dudes who do upgrade themselves, maybe not all of them do, but that group loves it. You know,
Some are purists. It
yeah.
seems like the prey one was like a naturalist. We talked
The
about it in that
primal.
episode.
But I
Yeah.
also thought that was,
Predator, yeah.
from an earlier era, so maybe they didn't have that technology yet.
Yeah,
but
who
I don't
knows?
know. But yeah, you're seeing a glimpse into the predator lifestyle, the Yautja lifestyle. So obviously after all this happens with the family stuff, right? He goes to this planet, Gemma, that everything's trying to kill you on, and there he meets our second main character of the movie, which is the Elle Fanning robot. Tia.
He takes
Tia.
on his quest is the unhuntable hunt. He is going to hunt a monster called
The most dangerous, the classic, or the
It's
classic.
the Grizdusa. What is it?
I know it.
Callus.
Calisk. The
Oh,
calisk.
kind of like Basilisk.
Calisk.
A Calisk. Yes.
The
yeah, that's
unkillable
super cool.
creature that even his dad
Right.
is afraid to hunt.
I am not
And then
father.
many Yautjas have tried, and they all died basically. And this guy thinks he's going to kill it. I'm like, this is basically a
fail
suicide mission.
His
Yeah.
death, then I will not fail, he says. You know.
Right.
Very badass.
Essentially, he's going on a suicide mission to prove himself to his dad, who rejected him.
And Jacob's
this
right. He
is-
lands, takes a walk, he meets half of a beautiful little girl.
Well, what I love about this beginning when he first crash lands is this movie feels very much like a video game because he gets there, right, and he gets out all of his cool gear, and then the game is like, you're not keeping any of this,
You're
and they
straight-
take all of his
Yeah.
shit.
Like you thought. Yeah.
That tree monster
Spaceship
eats like
crash
all of
lands.
his gear up, and he just has a
Yeah.
sword now. He's back to level 1 to start the
Yeah,
game.
dude. But the sword's badass as hell.
Yeah, it flips
This is
out.
what
with the
I'm thinking at the
electric.
time. Like, yeah, this guy lost all his tech and stuff. Like, there's no way this guy is killing this
Mhm.
unkillable thing. Like, this is literally a suicide mission that he's on.
We'll
Yeah.
learn later in the movie that also part of this hierarchy process of him like joining this clan is he will earn his cloak, which is the invisibility. So
That's
he doesn't
right.
have that. No shoulder mounted cannon, these staples of these people.
Mhm.
No
Yeah.
visor with
Well, he does
heat
have that-
vision.
Because remember, his brother, he's like, I fixed it for you or whatever at the beginning, but then he loses that too.
But
But doesn't it get crunched by the dad
gets
as he's kicked in?
I
It
think
does
so,
work
yeah.
the whole time?
No, because Tessa uses
No,
it
he
against
loses
him
it
later.
before he gets.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does not have it with him. Yeah.
No, he doesn't have it. So yeah, they take all of his gear at the start. This tree monster breaks all of his stuff except the sword, and
Yeah.
it's like, you are not making it, my guy. He barely scrambles
Right.
up that rock, and you're like, dude, this guy is there's no
Immediately,
way.
Yeah.
almost
He's got a
gets
yee
juiced
ass
by some
haircut.
trees. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, he meets half of an Elle Fanning synth who's kind of caught in this nest or whatever. And she calls out to him and she's like, hey, I can help you, blah, blah, blah. He also gets, he's in this minefield of like these plants that like explode if you get too close to them. He's having a bad time. So this whole planet really reminds me of this show that I talked about on Watcha. It was an animated show called Scavenger's Reign, which
Yeah.
aired on HBO Max, got canceled, unfortunately, and then Netflix picked it up, and then we were hoping that maybe we'd get another season from Netflix viewership. I don't think that's going to happen, but anyways, and Scavenger's Reign was all about
Weird ecology,
humans
right?
crashing on an unknown planet where everything, all the flora and fauna is just very weird, but useful in different ways, but dangerous sometimes, and it felt a lot like this planet.
There's that
Hmm.
M. Night Shyamalan movie with Will Smith called After Earth.
After Earth,
where, like,
with
Oh,
Will
yeah.
Smith and Jaden Smith.
That's right.
That's right.
Where the tagline was like, Earth is the most, like every step can kill you, and like every second they'll be fighting for their lives or whatever. And that movie does not live up to that premise at all. But this does such a good job of Deck being like, okay, let's start this hunt. And he truly takes like one step and like 13 things try to kill him. And it's
Right.
like, oh my God, he is so screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the way the animals and the plants are interacting, like this animal knows to use these plants to like stun its prey so that it can swoop in and kill it and stuff. It's just like I like how the symbiosis of these different elements works together.
Yeah, it finds these weird exploding slugs and stuff. Like, there's a lot of cool creatures in this, for sure.
Yeah, very cool.
So he's getting pine cone. He gets shot in the neck, and then Elle Fanning's like, "Yo, I can help you," and he's like, "I hunt alone. Shut up." She's like, "All right, suit yourself." And he
I'm actually not a person. I'm actually not real. So, you
more like a tool.
would be hunting alone.
Yeah, that's how he kind of rationalizes it to himself, because it goes against the Yautja way to be like, yeah,
you're like my
I'll
sword.
accept help
You're
from
nothing.
you.
You're just a thing that I use.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
right.
this
You're
half
cool.
a girl.
So he's able to finally throw his knife to her, and then as he's about to pass out, she like destroys this bird monster. We don't see that she doesn't have legs until this point.
Well, she crawls up to him, and this is where I think the key to her performance is unlocked, Mike. Elle Fanning is, I'll say this right now. I'd like to talk to her for a second. She's incredible in this film. She is like astoundingly good in this. She is one of these actors who, and obviously has been famous for so long as a child actor, but
She's really having a moment recently.
But Jacob, to me, she's one of these actors who always has a moment, because I think she picks perfect projects. She always picks things to be like, I don't know, like, what's this? Like, I never overpower stuff. I always kind of just like add to it. And this is a great representation for this. And I think she's like very interested and influenced by the David performance, obviously, but she's making this choice to have her character smile after every full, chunk of dialogue that she gives. And in this moment, after she murders this bird, she's on top of Deck and a big Cheshire smile appears on her face. And she'll later kind of say, well, I have a personality enhancement. Like, I understand people. I'm sympathetic. But it's almost like her coding has been hit to be like, put people at ease. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, you got to hit them with a smile at the end of it. And she does it so well. Like a psycho.
I think, I know you've always liked Elle Fanning. As an actress, I mean, I think she's really a better actress than her sister. And picks better roles. No offense to Dakota, who was, sort of a child prodigy, but then her adult career hasn't gone as well, I feel like, as Elle's, who's kind of surpassed her. And I said she was having kind of a moment now because she was in, of course, the Bob Dylan movie last year with Timmy Boy Chalamet. Did not get Oscar nominated for that role. Was kind of the only main actor that didn't get nominated in that role, because you had Monica Barbaro and you had Edward Norton and Timothy Chalamet, who all got nominated. But she was good in that role. And then now she's in another movie now called Sentimental Value that I know she's getting some buzz for, some awards buzz possibly. And so it seems like she's moved into her like Oscar like awards roles era now, where she's 27 now, so she's moving into these more adult kind of roles. And I think this is a great choice to do. Be like, I can do a sort of a genre movie too, to kind of switch it up. And I thought she was great in this too. Like, I think her character is really interesting as a kind of synth that, we've seen a lot of different Weyland-Yutani synths and different things. And this is kind of a take on it that we haven't really seen before. So I agree with you there.
The challenge of the reveal of what this film has, that the marketing didn't hit us off, that it's not only one player she's going to be a part of. I mean,
that's true. Like,
thoughts on Elle Fanning here?
Yeah, I think she does a really good job. I really like the Thea character. Like you said, she's so like disarming. She's so charming. And like, at first you're like, this is a Predator movie though. Are we getting jokes? But it just somehow works to balance out how self-serious Deck is. Like it works so well with her performance.
I think she's a great foil for him. And because you have the Yautja who don't talk a lot, you have to balance it out with a character that does talk a lot. And so she kind of becomes the main talking character, where she's just like, asking him questions and stuff all the time and trying to engage with him. And then you get, his reactions. So I think there's a good back and forth there.
And an energy where her responses are so atypical of a synth, where she'll say things like, nah, and like
Yeah.
answer things with like slang and stuff, and give like very peppy sort of measured responses too, and sort of just treat him. I mean, so lovingly that it's so interesting that she's just so in tune to him immediately that she's like, "Of course, you're a great Yacha warrior. Like, of course, you're out on this quest. I could probably help with that."
No,
Yeah.
you're right.
It's almost like
Yeah.
one of her main directives is just to like be a people pleaser and just
Yes,
like
yes.
anything she can do to help other people she wants to
But
do.
at the same time, there's a level of deception to that because she's like, "Oh, the Callus, I know where it is," but
She is also tricking him.
She's not
Yeah.
telling. She has a little bit of a sinister side to that kindness.
Yeah.
She still gets what she wants
Well,
at the
that's
end.
the
You know. That's
yeah,
a
and the
twist.
reveal of which I thought this was great when they get to where the Calisk is, she kind of
Mhm.
reveals like, oh, I did kind of use you because I just wanted to get back to my legs, and actually you need to go now because we're going to be capturing the Calisk for Wayland Yutani, and actually
They're
my
coming
team is like
now.
headed here right now.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
actually very good at doing this. I know you sort of like underestimate us eggheads for like what we do, but like we're like very good at this.
Yeah.
which is very funny because obviously he thinks he's using her as a tool, right? But she was
Oh,
really using him. He's like, I
And that
use you,
line
you
is
don't use me.
that was like a heartbreaking
Yeah,
moment. You're like, dang, I felt
yeah.
bad for Deck, you know?
yeah.
I am also realizing now there's some arbiter, a little
Oh
bit of
yeah.
the they're not called
Covenant.
the elites. What are the
No, they're the
covenant? Thank you,
elites of
Mike.
the
A little bit
Covenant,
of the
yes.
that's
Yeah.
right, right. There's a little bit of the covenant to
Sing Haley
him as
Warriors.
well. Yeah.
Right.
Mandibles,
And
yeah,
of
you're
course,
right.
yeah. But her backstory involves her sister Tessa, which is another thing they hid from the
It's
marketing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I thought, going in, I was like, okay, so he's gonna be wandering around doing his quest. She's gonna be on his back as a half robot. I get it. That
You
ends pretty quick because she gets her legs back almost. I'm like, oh, she's getting her legs back already. I didn't expect that. Obviously more happens and stuff, but
Right.
yeah, it took some turns I didn't expect.
You are a weak little human being. What are you doing here? And she says, "Well, I work for this like incredible corporation called Wayland Yutani. It's a science outfit. I'm out here with things like me that aren't real. I'm here with my special someone." And she starts talking about what is her sister, but the way that she's doing it at first, Jacob, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This is like a lover relationship. I almost wonder if this is going
Yeah,
to be the human that's revealed or what this is going to
that's what
be.
I thought.
But they talk a lot about I'm the inside cat, she's the outside. I do the science and stuff, she goes out on the adventures. I've been thrown to this one. Look at what good it did me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just a top now. And again,
Right.
he's like, like he's very much like, yes, you're dumb and weak, and like basically like that's their relationship, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she
Mm-hmm.
is like, but I will help you hunt the Callus because I'm very good at doing that. And then
Mm-hmm.
of course we get, as we said, the betrayal.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
again, I was very confused by I might have nodded off there, but I was like, they cut to Tessa and her crew, and I was like, oh, this is the human that this robot is based on. And I thought that's why she like loves her so much because she's like a human. And I was
Mm.
like, oh no, she's actually also a robot, and she's like
But
the
no,
mean
we are
one.
sisters. Yeah.
Yeah, she learns that they're sisters, but I was thinking like, why, Wayland Yutani has all these synths. They create these two special synths, and they give them feelings, right? And but
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna make one nice and one mean. Why?
Well,
um, apparently it's so they can understand this is what they say in the
Yeah.
movie, to understand the animals on the planet or whatever. But that doesn't really make sense to me. But I mean, it's a good.
In Tessa's excuse really does not make sense that basically hers has been raised to basically understand the cunning of like the things that they're going to hunt basically, I guess, which
Right.
I don't know, whatever. What I did like about it, Jacob, though, not just the two making them special, but the uniformity of the synths across the board. The two women are the same, and then I've got 10 dudes who are
same
played
guy.
by the exact
Yeah.
same actor.
Yeah.
Truly felt like this company being like, how cheap can we do this? Like, give me the
Right.
lowest
Those ones
bid
felt like
possible to do
mass-produced.
this mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna find Soldier
But-
Man, pay him the minimum we can.
Yes, I will buy 2
Right.
scientist girls and 10 soldier mans, please. What does my
Yeah.
bill
Yeah.
come to? Well, do you want them to have different hair and personas? No. We're not doing any of that. Like they're
No.
looking exactly the same.
Right.
They are. We will name them 1, 2, 3. Like we will just go down the line here.
Mhm.
Right. But these two girls are different. And
They're living it
Tessa,
up,
the
yeah.
mean sister, is more. Wayland Yutani synths are kind of always devious, if you think about
They're-
it. Like there's David,
but-
there's the one in Alien, of course.
But to answer
always
your
working for the
original
company.
question, Jacob, where you
Yeah.
said why would you do a mission with all synths if you could, or why would you ever do a mission with humans if you could do a mission with all synths? Because every synth we've ever seen has lost their mind. They go
That's true.
completely insane.
Yeah.
Even these two are completely insane. Like one is so
Well-
mission obsessed and one is so whimsical that she's not following the directives that she needs to be following.
They kind of always
No.
do their own thing because they gain they gain sentience, and they're like. But then a lot
They
of plot
quest
points from
for
other
it.
Alien movies and stuff is like at some point the synth is gonna betray the humans on
Yes.
the mission for the company,
Yes.
because the company matters more than the humans.
It's like fucking
Literally, that's the
Westworld.
first movie. Yeah,
Right. So then they're like,
Um,
well, because the humans always want to do the right thing against the company, maybe we should just be only sending robots now. Like a
Right.
couple hundred
So
years
Tess
in the
is
future.
kinda like
they're
that.
All right.
but then Thea,
She has too
she
much
realized
empathy.
like, oh, I want to be a nice robot, and I want to just do nice things. I'm gonna do my own
But-
thing.
The
The nice
Yacha is
robot, yeah.
weak. He means nothing to us. Yes, we should get a sample of his brain, though.
But he's kind of my friend, though.
But we
now.
don't need to do that. And she kind of just cannot comprehend the cruelty of, but
Yeah.
it is sort of this little bonus that we could have. So,
If he's here, we might as well experiment on him. And she's trying to like, no, he's dead.
yeah.
Like, we don't need him.
Right. And basically, they bond and they become this found family. Like I said, of course, we also get a little Skronkus in this
little
movie.
And
Can we
Imagine how
predict the
happy
beat?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, when a little Skronkus showed
Yeah.
up.
This
I
is
was like, this is
where I
everything I
was
wanted.
like, no, I was terrified in this moment. I'm like, oh no, it's a Skronkus in a Predator movie. I thought it was going to be
You know
horrible.
what? I didn't mind this, Mike, because immediately I thought in my mind, oh, good, Jacob will like this. This is what's
You knew I would, yeah.
Initially, I was
They had
like
to put a
so
little
off put by it, but it comes around in the third act where I'm like, I'll allow it. So
It's
kinda
a
comes around.
clever use of a Skronkus.
Yes.
The body type, the fact that it's like a little chimpanzee that's following them, and it has this sort of like, I don't want to call it the Pixarification, but there is this sort of like way that you have to build a Skronkus. Like Baby Groot looks
Big
like
eyes.
Grogu for a reason. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like
Yeah.
they do not follow the rules for Bud in this, and because of
Yeah.
it, he's so like off-putting and weird to look at that I
Yeah.
like really like him.
That's why it's ugly and cute at the same time.
It
Which
is
I kind of like.
so because the way that he
Yeah.
he does this to like walk around
a
at
weird monkey guy.
Heck, and you're like, oh well, I don't like that.
You know what he
Yeah.
reminds me of? He reminds me of a Stitch archetype.
Yeah, he
But a
is.
monkey
He's
form
very
Stitch.
Stitch-like. Yeah.
Yeah.
In his
I was what did he remind? Yeah, he's almost like a little golem, but he is like had the cute face,
A
so he
Stitch
still has the
golem.
cute factor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
But-
kind of just there, and he kind of helps him out because he's from the planet.
If you
And then, of
told
course,
me he
there's-
was done in claymation, I'd be like, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
I was delighted to see a little Skronkus, but I was also like, where's this movie going with this?
Yeah.
Um,
Did we Disney this thing? Yep.
A young, it's a movie we've done before. It's a warrior and a young companion he has to protect on a mission, right? And we're getting a little Skronkus. I think all of us
there's a
were kind
third
of like,
element
I've seen this
where you have
before.
you have the triumvirate of this found family now, where you have sort of the mom and the dad and the child, which is this little Skronkus, and it's about Yautja trying to learn empathy and learn that other creatures have feelings, which maybe some predator purists will be like, this is woke garbage, but
fucking woke LGBTQWY Wayland Yutani.
Yes, LGBTQWI.
right, they had to put Elle Fanning woke synth in this movie. What the hell?
Yeah.
They had to put a Skronkus in here. Adoption.
Of course, everybody
Woke.
knows it's called a skronk.
LGBTQ fanning with that haircut.
Yeah, there we go.
But it ended up working out, and
there's
they
a scene
go
around
away
the
from it for a
fire.
little bit.
No, yeah, the
Yeah,
Skronkus
sorry, go ahead.
spits on the
Oh.
Yautja, right? Remember, Skronkus spits on him.
Yes.
Ooh,
And
I
then
spit
he's
on
like,
you. You're part of my clan now.
Yeah. We learned that was
That's right. When he does it, that's great.
Yeah.
It's like
They do
she's
it again, they
marking.
call it back.
I think the skronkus is a female skronkus too, by the way.
It said
female
she later
Skronkus.
says you should listen to her. As
Yeah.
of course, Elle Fanning has a great moment where she cycles through a bunch of languages and then says, "Now what you're hearing is me speaking your language, but to anybody else, it would just sound like gibberish or whatever. Like I speak English," is what she says. And you're like,
Yeah.
right? No, I understand how a universal
you, movie.
translator works. Thank you. It's
Yeah, but later-
2025. We don't need to outline
Yeah.
it this much.
Yeah.
But that's where we learn about her sister, and she says, "Do you have a clan?" He says, "I have no clan. I had a brother." So there's this kind of sibling similarity that they bond over.
Yes, I really
Yeah.
like
Well,
that.
this is
Mike.
what I like,
Mhm.
the thematic connection, because
Yes.
not to jump ahead too far, but when you meet Tessa and you're like, oh, she's the mean one, she has no empathy, blah blah blah, and then you realize, oh, her sister is exactly the same as Deck's father, so they're going through the
Right.
same thing.
Mhm.
So they have
But
that
Guar
connection.
was the good one. And it'll even go further is that we see Tessa program into the computer that's had the same name that they've
Mother.
always had through the entire Alien franchise, Mother. Yeah. So we get a mother,
Yes.
father.
We have
Sister,
a bad mother,
sister, brother,
bad
brother.
father,
Mother, the
sister,
computer.
sister, brother. Yeah,
That's
And-
crazy.
it's great.
Tessa is like, when they meet up, and Thea, she uses Thea's memories or whatever. She reads her logs and she's like, well, your weakness needs to be called. Like the dad was right, and
She's
like,
like,
you're
yeah.
we
broken.
failed
so,
because
we're
I
gonna
tried to
box you in."
save you, Thea, because you suck. If
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have tried to save you, we would have been fine.
We
Yeah.
need to learn from the Yacha here because yes, you need to be cold as well. And Thea
Which
is
is so
very
sad because-
heartbroken by this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Thea just loves Tessa, and she's such a nice person that it's like, or robot, but it did kind of break my heart. I was like, oh, she just wants to be, she wants that love returned to her. And Tessa is not capable of that. So
Now,
very
do you
sad.
think, Jacob, that her mind would have been changed if they were in a cave and Thea was playing a little flute made of wood and Tessa came in very close and fingered the holes for her as they were playing and then maybe went in for a little kiss?
Yeah, I would have,
Little-
that would have been good to have in there
Yeah.
probably.
A good
Mhm.
beat.
I did. So obviously Elle Fanning in this dual role, which I did not know about going in. And I do like how they made him look a little different, because it's like Tessa's eyebrows are like dyed blonde, which really makes her look more kind of off-putting, whereas Thea has like brown eyebrows, which is probably her natural
Mhm.
color. But
Mhm.
so she looks like normal, and then Tessa looks like more off-putting and kind of like,
Tessa
yeah,
has a
like Timothy
Terminator
Oliphant.
eye.
And a Terminator.
yeah, she has a
Yeah.
Terminator eye.
Yeah. She's got a Terminator eye. She's got a little Timothy Oliphant going on.
Yeah, with the blonde eyebrows, hair. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The Shaka
yeah.
White. Yeah.
But they do, to go back to the found family thing, they do a little twist where we're like, oh, you're the clan and this is your Skronkus. And then they wake up in the morning, he says, I am not bringing that with us. We are leaving.
He's like, I hate that Skronkus. We got to go.
Yeah. I was
The night
very
before he's
surprised by
eating,
that.
and he gives the little skronk as a little piece of his meat, right?
Mhm.
Deck has a lot of very funny lines later when Thea gets repaired and he says, good, it'll be easier moving around now. And she's like, yeah, because I can walk. And he's like, no, me. It'll
No,
be easier because I don't have to
easier for me."
carry you.
Carry you.
Yeah, she's like, you just tell a joke? A Yautja tells a joke?
We'll
He's
go
like,
find my
"Mm."
sister and your legs. Yeah.
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 That was good.
So they had a good rapport, and yeah, when we leave that skronkus, I'm like, I hope that comes back somehow. I don't know how, but
Otherwise,
we'll
what
see.
was that? But we
Yeah.
Hope he
get to
gets
where she...
thrown at another King Kong.
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
But so you get to the betrayal point where she's trying to get sewed up. She's like, they're coming now. He's like, no, screw that. I'm hunting the callus. He goes out to like get ready to fight it. Callus
Yes.
shows up. She gets split in half again, which was very funny. She's like, son of a bitch. Like, really?
Come on.
That's
Come
when
on.
she says, yeah, she says, like, I was almost done or something like that. It's
Yeah.
really funny.
She's like surgically repairing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we see the callus for the first time, which is this, this dangerous monster. And we see why it's so dangerous too, is that it can regenerate its body parts. So literally you
Yeah.
can cut off its limbs. You can cut off its head, and it will somehow regrow or reattach. So it's like basically impossible to kill.
And not telegraphing what the twist ends up being, but this does not look like a little chimpanzee. This in the face to me, Jacob, was very like, it almost kind of looked like
Very
Lucy, a dog that we used to know. Like a black sort of pit bully dog sort of nose into sort of like T-Rex features, right?
Yeah, or like that D-Rex.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Jurassic World Rebirth-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
it looks a little like that Freako. Yeah.
Sure. But when you see the close-up of the face, you're like, oh, it does have like a very like expressive face and stuff.
Cute, like in that kind of maybe is supposed to be your tip off of being like, why is it so detailed? Yeah.
Right.
It does look different, but I could see how a Skronkus might grow into being that.
Yeah. Especially when, again, you think about how they sort of move around, that it sort of would stay and turn into this very hunched over sort of like
almost
thing,
more
right?
gorilla proportioned primate type dog thing.
Right. Yeah, it almost is like a gorilla dog.
From that Super Bowl commercial. What was that?
Dragon. Yeah, baby
gorilla
monkey.
Dog dragon.
Honestly, Mike.
I did that.
Little Skronkus, the thing in my mind that I've been thinking about how it moves like baby puppy monkey dog, or whatever that thing was called, but the way that it sort of would like twist itself. Yeah.
They did the meme for real.
Again, I wonder if he's inspired.
A very cool and like interesting character design for the Kalisk. And then you see like Deck fighting it, and he's like doing a good job to the point where he even beheads it. You're like, well, he's doing good, but
I'll just to interrupt you real quick, Jacob.
Yeah,
because I love this joke actually. It starts where he walks out, and out of the mist, the callus is sort of starting to come out, and he sort of prepares and does like sort of like a badass yell to pump himself up. He whips out his sword. He does a spin on it. Hard cut to he is smashed through a wall. He's sitting in the debris, and he holds up, and he's only got half the sword left still. And he looks at it, and he's got this like look on his face that's like, "Oh no,
we're fucked."
That's when he starts doing really well. But it's got this great comedic opening that he just like gets immediately obliterated again.
Yeah, it's very strong and powerful, but he is able to like use his surroundings and stuff to get to a point where he's able to behead it.
His brother told him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
he beheads the thing, and you're like, oh, maybe he is gonna defeat it. But then, of course, it can regrow or reattach its head. So you're like, how do you kill that? You know?
Especially because the brother has called out, you must bring back the head as a trophy of what you hunt. So you truly think he is done with his job immediately, and you're like, that was so much easier than I thought it would be.
Have you guys played Sekiro? There's a very specific boss that, second phase is engaged in this moment.
Oh, sure. Well, I was wondering, like, after you behead it, if you just, like, take the head away from the body, like, really far, would it still be able to regrow?
Just keep cutting that goo? Like, what would that do?
Right. Goo. But you think he does it regrows its head, and then it's like, oh, no, fuck you, Deck. And it's about to kill him, and then it pauses for a moment. You know, it gets close to him, smells him, and then we're like, wait a minute, why is it waiting? And at that point,
that's when Tessa shows up.
And she has grabbed all the weapons from Deck's ship. She has a freeze grenade. Yeah, and then everybody gets
freeze
captured.
Grenade. Yeah. And that's when we meet Tessa, I guess, for the first time and learn what she's all about. We learn her and Thea's kind of relationship. Thea's still half a body because she didn't get her legs back on yet.
Yeah, they just grab her top half, capture Deck, get the Kalisk, and they get out of there. Yeah.
We get some Avatar 2, you know, the whale brains will stop aging. We get some like the humans will love the anti-aging properties of the Kalisk.
It makes sense. I mean,
the regenerative.
If you have the regenerative process could be very useful to humans. If you can kind of synthesize that or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
That's why Weyland Yutani is spending so much money on this mission, which makes a lot of sense.
No, and I just think it's funny. Like I said, there's 400 years of collecting specimens. They're basically a pharmaceutical company. Like that's what Weyland Yutani is in practicality.
Yeah. They collect alien specimens that always escape somehow when they're on the ship.
Yeah.
and
And
it
it's
never
always
ends
there's
well.
always just one guy whose idea at the end is like, I don't know, what if I dipped the eye thing in the black goo and I inject it with some of the callus? It's like, yeah, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
okay.
What's it all gonna
Yeah.
do?
What if that eyeball thing climbed in a callus? That would be
Oh man,
no good.
Be good.
I don't even know.
But
what
yeah,
would
so they
happen.
get this is our third act now, where Deck's captured. Thea's like, we're gonna experiment on this guy, and I don't care about you either. Or Tessa's saying, we're gonna experiment on Deck. You're not gonna get your legs back. We don't care about you, Thea. I just need
Yeah,
your
you're
data.
broken. We're gonna box you up. Basically, we're
You're
gonna put you in
broken.
storage.
We got to put you in the old recycling. It gets picked up on Tuesdays. We're just gonna go ahead and put you out.
But
Right.
this escape, I think, is so funny because they're like, tell him it's a toy bomb or whatever, you know.
So this way,
What is it?
Colin,
It's
you were saying
It's
about
a map.
the
It's a map. Yeah.
the universal translating thing before. You're like, people don't need that explained, but then it comes back later with this.
It
Yeah.
comes back
because-
for a perfect joke that it does in fact
Yeah.
sound that she does speak a different language in front of other people. And
because the
one
other
of the
thing's like,
synths
why are you
goes,
talking?
"What are you doing? Why are you talking to him? You heard me. I'm supposed to hear how to use his technology. So what should we do? Tell him to pick that thing up. Why? What is it? Tell him it's a map, but really it's a children's toy. He looks at it, it explodes, and she says, "That
It
was a
explodes
children's
his
toy."
face.
He says, "You're a children's toy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out children. It was great.
Yeah. So they're able to escape.
She helps Deck escape.
He's able to
she ends up
escape.
stuck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She helps him escape, but she gets stuck. And then this is the turning point of the movie for him where he's, in his arc where he's like, you know what? I'm going to go back for her. I'm going to get her legs. I'm going to get
We've
Skronkus. Yeah, we've learned by this point.
we've skipped over the lesson, which was,
Oh, yeah.
you know what you remind me of? Wolves.
Right.
I'm not familiar with your wolves.
Wolves.
Please tell me about them. Well, they have this thing called an alpha. Oh, must be pretty cool guy.
Must kill
Actually,
everything.
he's really nice. It helps
the
people, and
protector
he
of the
has
clan.
best friends, and it's good to
Yeah.
have those.
That's the
Oh,
alpha.
we'll see about that.
But I will be
My
alpha
mind,
that
he
will
speaks
kill-
like the Cookie Monster.
Yeah. I will be the alpha
Um,
who kills the most. Yeah.
Yeah. So we get this nice alpha wolf analogy.
Yeah. And then he comes back and says, "I am the alpha."
The
Yeah,
alpha is who protects the pack best, is what we learned.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Instead of just being a flashy hunter that kills things. We've also learned by this point that the little Skronkus that we met earlier is in fact the child of the
Big
Kalisk, is the young Kalisk. So it is actually the daughter of the Kalisk that was captured. And
So
so,
by
it
being
wants to get
spit
its mom
on,
back.
That's what
Yes.
it
He has
recognized on
been
Deck.
scented.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
As
When
a
I spit on
friend
you,
or
you're a part of
family.
my family now.
I give you the gift of
Two.
the water from my body, June.
That's right.
That's
We also
right.
learned in the beginning
He's
that
an elf.
Deck, he had saved his brother once, and that's why his brother saved him. So we've had it established that, like, you save people you care about. So his brother saved him.
Yes.
Thea saved him. So he's like, I got to do the saving now. And that's where we kind of
That's right.
begin this gearing up section that I really liked.
Yeah. Jamar Chase in the NFL should have used that as he got suspended by the NFL
Oh,
for
boy.
spitting on another player.
Oh,
In Colin's
so
favorite team, the Cincinnati
topical,
Bengals.
Jacob. So topical.
You should have
I
said,
was
no, I was
marking
just
him.
adding him to my clan. He's part of my
Yes.
family now.
No, I'm
Yeah.
marking him. Steelers, good team now.
Yes.
Like, why are you talking like that?
I just love Prairie
Um,
You're not a
Badlands.
predator.
Yeah.
Yout Jamar
So-
Chase.
We have the found family. He's like, okay, Skronkus, we're gonna get your mom back. We're gonna get
Here's-
Elle Fanning her legs back.
And here's a great moment where truly she, when he was kidnapped, she had made the point of like, we should just take his stuff, like leave him, in this sort of like duplicitous way to keep him alive. And the evil elf like, that is a good idea. And truly, he's stripped of everything now. This is where
Right.
he comes up with the idea. And like I said, it becomes Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dutch in the first Predator. He's fucking smearing, mud on him, the natural
he's using
resources
the
of the land,
elements.
catching the animal plant
But he's
hybrids
literally-
that we saw in the first part.
Yeah, he's recreating the tech because he's got like grenades that he makes out of those plants we saw earlier. he's got this little lizard that he catches on his shoulder that's literally like his shoulder mounted turret. But it's
Laser
just a
slug.
lizard.
Yeah, that
Puts
thing's
a
awesome.
little
Yeah.
laser bug on his shoulder and uses it as the turret, Jacob. You are truly like, well, no, you can't make it
This is
that
stupid,
obvious.
but it's awesome.
No, he fed him like
It's awesome.
berries, so he
And-
became friends with him.
And what I like about it too, because there's a moment later where he's fighting what is the ultimate bad guy thing, where he goes to do something and the tech that he has made bites him for a second, where he still kind of has to be like, all right, this stuff's kind of like very tentatively on my side still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still dangerous. But this is like totally video game. Like everything they've shown us in the movie,
Yes.
the one-to-one of
It's
here's
coming
why
back.
it's dangerous, it's here's why he can weaponize it. And for him
Yes.
to like get all the
Right.
stuff that almost killed him and use it as an asset, it's so smart. It's Terminator, like you said. It's
And he's planning it out.
Predator.
He's laying like traps and mines and things that he'll explode
Yeah.
later. Yeah. It's
Meanwhile,
great.
Thea goes off with Skronkus, and Skronkus just out of nowhere is like, but what if I was a murder machine now that you know that I'm a callus? And he's just like bodying things.
Right.
ripping
Little
things in
baby
half.
callus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right.
and
They're just
also-
synths.
They're just synths. It's all right. And I like Elle Fanning when her legs go to find the top half of her body, and there's this fight scene with the bottom half fighting autonomously of her top half, and it is like
Yeah.
so cool. It was
Yes,
so funny.
Yes.
Well,
it's
there's a
good.
very funny shot where the legs are literally just walking, and
Oh, and the
Like, the top
guard's
half is,
like,
like,
"What the
killing
hell?"
yeah, like
He has a
that's how
distraction.
the legs lead him back to the camp because he doesn't know where the camp is, I think, or something, or maybe he does.
yeah.
know,
No,
My
that's
favorite part
exactly
is
right.
later when she has to impersonate her sister, and then she's doing it, and then she says like something to the
Why are you
effect of
doing
like, well,
Yeah.
yeah, the guy's like, "Why are you doing that?" And then later he's like, "What do you want me to do about that thing?" And the little Skronkus is like, "Quack, quack, quack, quack," and she's like, "You heard her." And she's
Yeah.
responding as if they understand what the
Uh-huh.
Skronkus said.
Right.
It's very silly. But
That's
this whole
funny.
No.
final like infiltration thing, he's just doing a bunch of hunting, ripping up tons of synths. I like at one point his laser slug shoots a guy behind him that he doesn't even know is there. It's like, oh, it's the guy's
Yeah.
got him.
Yep.
Yep.
This guy knows that. Oh, I'm
back.
a laser turret now. I got to do my job.
It's so good.
I wish he projected the 3 dots too somehow.
Somehow, right?
Yeah.
But then
Why is he doing that?
And then, so Tessa finds out that shit's going down, and so she gets in a big power loader, and we get like this explosion, and then you see this little laser slug fly off his shoulder, and it lands in the foreground, and it holds on it. I'm like, no, not the
No.
laser slug.
They
I was so
killed the
sad.
laser
Now,
slug.
now, Mike, and then this is what kicks off, and it's cool that you say that because again, I saw this in 3D. That's coming at you.
Mhm.
It turns into this action scene where the power loader is coming out of the fire and the smoke at the perspective of you, the viewer, and Dak is at the bottom, and it's a continuous shot where they just keep swinging the camera, and it's one action scene where he just keeps dodging and sort of like getting out of the way. Looked
Mhm.
fucking awesome in 3D.
Hell yeah.
Now, super worried because as I told you guys, I hadn't seen much of the marketing. I did see the final poster. And when it was sort of revealed that it's sort of the traditional Marvel thing of like many heads or whatever, and then the center wasn't a beast, but is in fact a giant robot that is fighting our little predator on the poster, I was like, oh, there's going to be too much tech in this. It's not going to be what they're promising. And I was nervous going into this that the callus hadn't been built up enough, and then like sort of with that weird killing where I was like, oh, are they really kind of like not going to land what the final threat needs to be? But Thea is so well built up into who she is that having her sister be like the villain ultimately or whatever,
Yeah.
I thought did pay off. I
Well,
could
and
see if
coming
you
out-
guys had narrative issues though.
Mm.
Yeah.
Coming out in a power loader, very Alien
It's-
1, of
So,
course.
I mean,
or
it's
Aliens,
what you
I should
would
say.
imagine these films have to end in.
But
at
it's
this
bigger
point.
than
They
any of
all
the other one.
have.
Like, it could be handled
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a giant power loader. But it kind of worked when the
Yeah.
callus gets released and is fighting alongside of him. I ended up liking
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, she's a robot. It's like her new body, basically, right?
Yeah.
Is like it's like she's in a fucking Gundam, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that note about fan service with regards to, Alien or Predator movies, I
Yeah.
think this movie did a really good job of like straddling a line of like, unlike Romulus, which I don't hate, but has some problems that I don't
crosses a
like, where it's
line.
just directly quoting lines where it's like, I don't know. This movie
Truly
isn't
insane.
doing that, like, but there is some references, obviously, with the Whaley and Yutani and the giant power loader and stuff. So I was like, I think it's a straddling the fine line of like not too much fan service, but some like Easter eggs to be like, oh, I recognize that from another movie.
And you would use a loading machine, presumably, because you got all these big animal cages. Like, it's not out of place in the setting.
But counterpoint, Jacob, what if all the generic human synths had been Ash's Ian Holm?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're talking.
And then Tessa comes out and says, "Get away from her, you bitch."
No,
We're
Dex
all
says that.
bitches. Now get away from us.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, what? And you're just like rephrasing it?
No, but I do like this whole final action sequence. Again, I think I was confused about one thing when the adult Kalisk like explodes. I don't know if I nodded off or something. I was like, how did it explode? I didn't see that
It's
part.
unfrozen, and then it is
Right.
pitted, let them fight style against the power loader.
Mm-hmm. Then Deck is helping rip the wires out while it's getting grabbed by the Kalisk, but eventually it bites the entire cockpit to eat Tessa, but Tessa has a freeze grenade that's inside of its body. And that's how she ends up killing
And that is
Mother.
how she comes out at the end after she's been scorched alive, looking like that fucking Barbie doll from Rugrats. Remember that one that would be like tortured, that Agatha or whatever her name was?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, she comes
and so
all
she's
crazy.
all messed up. And obviously she's the main villain of the movie, not the Kalisk, which ended up being on the good side. So,
and now it's dead, and I'm sad that it's dead.
Yeah.
I'm pissed at her.
The baby's
at this
still
point.
alive.
Right. Little bow.
Yeah. And then what happens? Who kills Tessa? I kind of forget.
She's frozen, and she gives a speech, and she gets a gun out, and she says, again, you are weak. You aren't right. You're not following the mission.
Right.
We skipped the part where she talks to I mentioned she talks to Mother, but she does have this moment where she's like uploaded, and she's like, ooh, it feels very good to like be telling you that I'm like succeeding on the mission. Mother's like, yes, you're doing very good.
What is
like
the
all that
status of
weird
the
stuff.
Yautja?
Yes, the Yautja.
But then she's kind of she's lying about the Yautja because he escaped. What is the status of the Yautja?
She's got the gun at her sister and is saying all this stuff, and then Deck puts the sword just right through her, kills her.
That's right.
To basically put an end to it and be like, no, she's nothing like that.
Look, she's bad. She's a bad one. You're a good one.
Does he rip the spine and do the Predator thing, right? He does the Predator skull.
Oh, he gets the head because then, of course, he gets
that's his
cleaned
trophy,
later and he
right.
presents the,
This is my trophy.
A tiny little metal skull that looks like it's from like a chipmunk. It's like that.
But I like it, the symbol, the dualism of the symbolism of
mother father.
Tessa and his father having the same sort of worldview of like you must call the weak and stuff. And so these two outcasts from their respective families or clans plus little Skronkus coming together to make their own family.
They just don't fit in.
Yep. And Thea says, oh, Yautja, of the Yautja, Deck of the Yautja. And he says, not yet. And it's not over. We got one more thing left to do.
No, we got this little.
I gotta go kick my old man's ass.
Kick my old man. It's very Peacemaker.
I gotta kill my dad. Do you guys like Hot Rod, the Andy Samberg movie? There's Mike, you should watch it. There's a constant through line with Ian McShane where he's like, I won't be a man until I beat my stepdad's ass. He's like, I just gotta get in a fight with my stepdad and beat him. And at the end of the movie, he's like, he's done everything. He's like, there's one more thing to do.
So this is very Hot Rod. Okay.
That's a lot like this. Yeah, because it's like, he's proven himself to himself, which he doesn't care. It's not about proving yourself to your father who rejected you. It's about proving yourself to yourself and then getting revenge on your father. And so he goes back and confronts his dad, says, here's my trophy. It's a little synth skull. His dad's like, that's a, whatever. He's laughing at him.
That's like the dumbest little skull I've ever seen in my life. Hey, mess him up, goons.
He's like, look, Dad, you don't understand metaphor. You don't understand metaphor.
I bet you didn't think I'd pull out a double-sided sword.
Right
through those guys' heads. Fucking badass.
Kills the two guys. So then the dad's like, all right, let's fucking do this. Big fight scene. And here's the thing about the dad. He just uses his invisibility all the time to get an advantage. Like that's how he killed the brother in the beginning.
No, here's the thing.
Yeah.
And so much has been made of that first movie where it's like, now what kind of fucking challenge is it to climb
Yeah.
up in a tree, put your cloak on, and the second a
be
soldier walks
invisible.
by,
Just
shoot him
blow
with a
them up.
laser that comes out of your wrist? It's like, that means nothing to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is this thing, Jacob, where it's like, after they earn it, do they overly rely on it? Is the purity gone? Is that their ascension of like,
Mm.
well, we're above the hunt now. We don't even have to, put in the effort anymore.
Right. But I was thinking that in the beginning when he killed the brother, because it's like, that's not a fair fight. You turn invisible, like that's not fair. But then it comes back in this way because he goes invisible. But then what does Deck do? He's
He hits
smart.
the
He
fucking
uses his
fan on.
surroundings.
Yeah.
Yeah. To like blow
Like a
dust
sandstorm.
everywhere so we can
Sand.
see
Yeah.
where he is. I was like, okay, he's learning from his
Cool as
time
hell.
on the planet.
It's fucking awesome. It
Um,
looks cool as
yeah.
hell.
Yep.
And he ends up defeating his father and taking his invisibility cloak.
Kicks his ass.
being like,
But his dad's like, oh, I'm a little bitch. Oh, what if you didn't
Yeah.
kill me? And he's like, I don't even have to. Takes his visibility and turns around. He's like, because I got my own friends.
Okay.
Out walks Thea,
Yes.
who's
Yeah.
like looking normal, looking good. Now, Jacob, I know you want to say this. All of a sudden, a little Skronkus is a big Skronkus, and
little
he takes
bigger. Yeah.
he takes a big bite out of the dad's head. He's got the craziest, weirdest face, as we described before. It looks insane.
Growing into the callus. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I don't know, an adolescent or a teenage callus now.
We got teenage
But-
Groot now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And when he turns around, he's like, "Oh, you can still like join the family or whatever." He turns around and he says, "I have my own family." And those two
He
show
says,
up. I was
nah,
like,
cuz
"Hell
I'm going to do my
yes."
own thing. He does the
Yeah.
Black Panther line.
Yes.
Mhm.
Or Miles
Miles
Morales.
Or
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It is the
That's
Miles Morales line.
He says Yautja Prime
Um,
forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then when his family shows up, I was like, hell yes. I was like fist pumping in the theater. I was like, fuck yeah, man. Like this movie rules actually.
Everybody's cheering. It's him. It cuts to black. I'm like, yo, that movie's awesome. It immediately comes back on. A
Yeah,
spaceship
ship
comes
shows up.
down. And everybody's like, whoa. And
Who's
it's like
that?
so weird. And truly in my mind, I'm like, oh, I guess like this'll be Amber Mid-Thunder? Like you like don't know how confused I was like sitting in my seat where I was like, right, this'll be an alien from Alien, like it'll be a xenomorph, I guess. Like I have no idea. And
the ship
Elle
shows
Fanning
up,
goes,
she's like,
what's going
"Who's
on?"
that?"
And he goes, "That's my mom." And it cuts to black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
love that.
so crazy.
It's like
Here's unfortunately that did knock it down like a full star to me. It dropped it from
Really?
like 5 to
Wow.
4, where I'm like, I don't know what any of that
You don't wanna meet his
nonsense
mom?
is.
no, I like that because it's like, oh, you think his dad was bad. Wait till you meet his mom.
You think Yacha men are bad? Oh, good
Yeah.
Lord, help you if you meet a Yacha woman.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like that as just a little ending tag. Like it doesn't need to be followed up on at all.
But what? It's like ending the whole movie with like a gag. Like it's so
It's just like a
silly
Marvel
all of a
credits after
sudden.
the credits sequence, you know?
It's not. It happens in like 1 second. It's so crazy.
So
Yeah.
you don't want to see the
I don't know, I
sequel
didn't
right
mind it.
now? You don't want to meet his mom?
I don't
and
know.
Continue the adventure?
I when they turn around, they're like, I got my own family. And it's the three of them. I was like, all right, they should make like a second one with these three because
They should make 100 of these. Was all I was
Wow.
thinking. I was like, I want to
Yeah.
see these people. This is the new Star Wars to me. I was like, weird
is the
aliens and a
Mandalorian and
robot in a
Grogu.
spaceship
Yeah.
having adventures. I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
Just something
Guardians of
about-
the Galaxy. We have Star-Lord,
Yeah.
we have Gamora, and we have Groot.
Yeah.
We do.
But something about the personality of Elle Fanning robot bouncing off of this Yautja personality, like it just works really well for me. And I was like, I would see more like the continuing adventures of these characters.
Yes.
Like hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
So I was okay
great
with
job.
the mom tease because it's like, okay,
Yeah.
Dan Trachtenberg, do whatever you want to do. I don't know.
They don't
You
even need to
think
follow
my
up on
dad's
that.
bad? That's my grandpa.
Yeah.
Well, the mom could also be good because some people speculate, well, what if his dad is kind of a shitty, like bad blood and his mom was
Yeah.
coming to kill the dad anyway? And he's like, oh, Deck, you killed your dad. That's sick. You got a family? That's cool
Yeah.
too. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
I think kind of just the average Yautja is just kind of like has the dad's
douchebag.
outlook. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
You
just
ever
kind of a
see
shitty
people-
race of aliens.
The
Yeah.
brother
No,
seemed so nice.
The brother was
Yeah.
great. No, I think people have made the joke like, what if the Yautja that go to Earth and hunt are really just like the redneck, like hillbillies of the Yautja
Right.
culture? Like,
I love it.
they're
Well, it's
not
like
the
they're
best
trying to
of
go.
us.
They try to find the most dangerous and challenging prey to fight, but then they choose humans who are very weak. They can
Donald
use
Glover.
their intellect.
Maybe I will hunt one of your wolves.
Yeah, but
That's why
physically
Prey
they're
was
very
cool.
weak. But
Because he's working up the food chain. I thought that was a
Right.
nice element.
that's
of
why the
Prey.
predator is great because obviously autism is the next step in human evolution, as we all know.
There's more predators coming to America every year because of the Tylenol. You know.
Oh, the other
God help us.
and the other funny thing about that movie is more and more predators are coming to Earth because they realize they use their technology to know that the Earth has limited time due to global warming. So they're like, we got to get in there and hunt those humans
We're an
before
endangered species.
the whole planet gets
guys.
Damn, yeah,
destroyed.
time is ticking.
Yeah.
We're a
But
big
Predator
danger
Badlands.
to them.
Yeah. Yeah, do we want to go to final
Good
thoughts
movie.
on Predator Badlands? Good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I
Let's,
was fist
do
pumping too. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
I
Let's
was
do
like,
it.
Yeah.
Let's head to Yautja Prime, give our final thoughts here on Predator Badlands on Normies Like Us. We're back here on Normies Like Us. Wayland Yutani forever. Our contract has expired. They're putting us into hypersleep. I want to ask you guys, this is my big kind of final question for this episode, where we're, of course, talking Predator Badlands, the newly released Predator film from the Fox Disney
The
Wayland
Trachtenverse
verse.
is what I call it.
Is that what you call it? Yeah, that's I like that.
because
But don't you
Trachtenberg's
think
only on
that
the Predator side, but yeah.
Trachtenverse.
Yeah. But I think
The
Alien
Yutani-verse, I
Romulus
guess, is what you call it.
in this
I
movie
guess. I don't know.
are in the same universe.
Yes,
Oh,
correct.
absolutely. Absolutely. I want to ask you guys, are there now more better Predator films than there are Alien films? Which franchise has the dominant number
Not
of good films, in your
more
opinion?
better.
Jacob, you're responding immediately. Which
I
ones
think
are
What do you
Alien
think?
Alien is better overall because you have Prometheus, you include Prometheus in there, you have Alien Covenant, you have Alien 3. I like what's the fourth one? Alien Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
You haven't even named Alien or Aliens yet.
Well, obviously those two. But I'm saying
Well,
like yeah, I think easily Alien bodies Predator.
how many
as a
good
I think a
Predator
lot of those
movies are
ones-
there?
I think this and Prey, obviously. I like the first one. The second one, nobody does, but it's fine if you
It's
rewatch
goofy
it.
and fun. I like it.
Predators.
Predator-
Is fine.
Predators with an S is capital F fine. I think that movie verges on good at points.
Mm.
I wish it did more. Like it has like a crazy cast of characters, but then it doesn't really do much with them.
Yeah.
It just kind of kills off a lot of them. But it's all right. And then The Predator, which is very bad.
And
have
then
you seen that
Requiem
one,
is the worst of
Mike?
the worst.
The
Yeah.
Predator. Shane
Got
Black.
like the
got
15-foot
Keegan-Michael
tall one.
in there.
Yeah,
doing jokes
Olivia
and
Munn?
stuff. Yeah, Olivia Munn.
My favorite. Yeah.
Although that does have my favorite explanation of why they call them predators, because it's like the Sterling K. Brown character, or Olivia Munn's like, wait, why do we call it? They're not really predator. Like she's doing the same thing that I was saying. Like they're not predators.
We tested it.
We like the name predator because it sounds cool, right, guys?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, all the hell yeah.
Got a lot
bros.
of that
That's
attitude
right.
of hell yeah, bro.
It's very Shane Black's
Yeah.
character from the first movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that same energy.
But it's still,
Alien
even though it's a
gets
bad
the
move, I
edge.
still enjoy watching it
Okay.
because it's funny.
maybe it's more of a clear-cut answer than I thought. You enjoy Romulus a lot, Mike.
Yes.
Earth, I had a bad experience with. I did not like Earth. Jacob, the odd forgiving presence on that episode where every time you and Adam are like, why did anybody do this? Jacob goes, hey, I don't know. I kind of liked it. It's
I was like, I like it. Looks good.
there's no defense. You're not there.
Yeah.
That does not work as a defense to me. It has left me at times where I'm like,
eye
Alien,
was
I don't
cool.
know. Predator, I'm on this constant roller coaster going up, dog. We have not hit the crest to fall yet.
Yo,
Every
we're
film that
rising.
comes out,
But
I'm like,
since the
this is fun. I'm having a great time.
Yeah. since the post Dan Trachtenberg, it's gone up. So I think in recent years, maybe Predator is beating Alien now, but as a franchise as a whole, I would say, and also because I just gravitate more to the Xenomorph than I do to the Yautjas. So I think the Xenomorph will always be cooler than the Predators.
Which one would you prefer to kiss? The weird little mouth that shoots out, or the mandibles?
That's a good question. I probably want to kiss them both.
One has acid blood, which I don't love, but
the other has
mandibled,
like glow stick
they can
fluid.
pull you
neon
closer
blood
with the mandibles, you know.
Yeah, but I just don't want the thing to go through my head.
No, I think the mandible is a better choice.
The mandibles, I'm like I'm putting the tongue and I'm like wrapping around sort of like the little bottom one for like a second. Like I'm flicking around there, dude.
There's dexterous things that can happen with those, yeah.
Yeah.
The effects were very good in this. You see a lot of Dex face and you see a lot of the mandibles moving and stuff. And I think they did a great job with the effects.
He's a good actor. You said he's a stuntman. Tons of close-ups with the mandible effects, Jacob. Tons of agreement with you. His ability to emote, he's very precise to what the dialogue is. Like I believe that he's saying it and that like he's feeling it or whatever. He kind of only has this one move to do over and over. And it's kind of what I call a basketball player thing, Jacob. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of that like sort of like weird, like straighten your back and kind of like call things out for like a second and then go back down. Like he'll do that like a bunch of times for some reason while he's talking. Yeah, sort of like the role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But knowing that he's a stunt actor, he's not like an actor, doesn't have a ton of experience with acting. You know, he's at least sort of holding his own against Elle Fanning, who obviously has a lot of experience from being a child actor to full adult. So
he looked like character design. He looks cool. The jokes they give him seems very in line. He's got a very clear character game. Yeah.
And just the look. Like Weta Workshop did all the effects for this, obviously in New Zealand, so they really crushed it.
And like you're saying, they created a whole Yautja language for this movie. Like they had linguists and stuff, like make a whole language like Klingon or something like that to have all the Yautja dialogue in this movie. So that's a good touch.
That's incredible. Now, shot in New Zealand. It's the second film we're covering like this, where we talked about Ty West when he was making what's the second X? Is that Maxine? What's the
Pearl. Second one is
when
Pearl.
When he was making Pearl, where much like Dan Trachtenberg in this, who's doing these press tours and saying these quotes now, where both these guys are like, when my crew is done, they work on the Avatar movies. And then they finish on those, and then they come work on my stuff. I'm working with the best crews the world has ever made. Like they're so, like effusive about like the people behind the scenes and below the line that they have working on these movies that I truly can't help but sort of like kind of love them for that too, right?
Yeah. Can I mention, speaking of Avatar, Dan Trachtenberg went to James Cameron and he was like, look, you took the Terminator and made him a good guy. I want to do that with the Predator. Like how do you have any tips, And that was kind of the launching off point.
That's awesome, Mike. That makes me love this movie.
Pretty cool, eh?
You go to the master
of Predator movies.
Genre cinema, James Cameron, who has his own movie coming out.
Can you help me, Jimmy C?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have weird
I love that.
James.
Well, your movie doesn't end with a power loader, though, does it?
Look, you need.
I gotta go.
You need your own unobtainium, okay? We need something like that.
Do you know about the jelly and brains in the
whales' brains jellies that will make you live forever?
Do you know about that?
No, we're excited for Fire and Ash coming out.
I can't wait, dog. I said recently
that
I
will go see an IMAX or IMAX 3D or something.
Mm-hmm.
You're excited for Stranger Things?
I'm a populist, is what I've decided. I'm getting excited for all the big stuff recently. But Jacob, while I was sitting in 3D and I got a special trailer for Fire and Ash, all I could think was, I'm getting a little primer here. I'm about to watch it be done by the master, dog. I can't wait.
Sure.
I'm looking forward to that too. That was my number 5 of the 2022. Is above Prey was Avatar.
Hell yeah.
Oh, The Way of Water.
So talk about top 10 territory. I haven't seen Running Man yet. I went very high on it in my prediction of top 10 films that I was going to have this year. It has not had a high fan reaction. It's not made any money, unfortunately. Kind of bombing. I went ahead. I took it off. I moved into the number 10 slot, Predator Badlands. So I'm curious if by the end of the year it's going to hold strong right here. And
You
I
saw it?
don't
Did
think
Take a look.
You saw Running Man.
I have not seen Running Man yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going with my heart.
Chose
There's
Now
a
You
chance
See
that if
Me
I see it,
3 over
I
Running
chose
Man.
Now You See Me, which could very well end up on my top 10.
As
baby.
did most audiences, it seems.
It's a great film. It deserves it.
Wow.
Running Man is
I like it.
Edgar Wright.
Predator for what it's worth.
Right. Edgar Wright movie bombing. Glenn Powell, not looking good for Glenn Powell's movie star career of, he's the next Tom Cruise. I don't know about that. Let's hold off on
Sydney
that.
Sweeney sitting desperately waiting by that phone, waiting for both of them to call for that lifeline.
Anyone But You too.
Yeah.
Coming out soon.
Any two but you.
Any two but you. There we go. We're renaming all the movies.
That's right. But Predator Badlands, yeah, great movie. I don't know if it'll make my top 10 by the end of the year. I mean, it depends on how many other good movies I've seen. But it is like a 3.5 to 4 star movie for me. Again, I think Prey is maybe a little better just because of the novelty of Prey when it came out and the simplicity of it, and just nailing that concept so hard that it was sort of a game changer for the entire franchise. This is going in an interesting direction, which I like. But yeah, I don't know if it can top Prey, but I still did like it.
Jacob keeps texting us off pod that this year he's locking one movie into all 10 of his top 10 spots, and it's Wicked for good.
Mm-hmm.
More like Wicked for bad.
Wicked for the best is what you keep saying to us.
No. This is in competition for my top 5. It could make the top 5 by the end of the year. I have a current list of everything I've seen so far this year, and it could make an argument for it.
One battle after another for me, number 1 right now. Oh, by the way, Avatar Fire and Ash. Runtime? Do you know what the runtime of this movie is?
Good Lord. Are we hitting 4? Is it over? What is it?
Not that crazy. It's 3 hours and 16 minutes.
Okay.
So not that crazy.
Still,
but over 3 hours is still pretty wild.
Yeah. All right.
But
well, may I pitch you guys on my Alien versus Predator that'll tie in everything that we've got
all leading in.
Please, Mike.
The Avengers.
And I also want to know.
Yeah.
Do you side with, I guess you've got 3 options here. Do you go with does Fede Alvarez direct it? Does our boy here, Dan Trachtenberg, or do you get an all new director?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would think.
I think it's actually Mike Romans who directs this.
I do. Yeah, but what do you think?
Let's get the Russo brothers,
No.
Let's get Sean Levy.
Yeah, so check it out.
Go ahead.
This is where I put it.
The Rock.
So, Alien Covenant 2104, Alien Earth 2120. So we know sometime between then, Yutani gets its hands on an alien. So I say Yutani locates the planet that David went to and made aliens. They send Morrow and his crew to go get some aliens. The Yautja learn about the perfect species, which is the new xenomorphs. Like, we got to hunt some of those. These are like brand new, fresh off the presses. We got to go hunt xenomorphs. They all go to David's planet, and it's David and his army of little guys with an eyeball buddy versus Morrow and that crew from Alien Earth, and then all the Yautja.
And that would all line up timeline-wise?
Yeah, because the Yautja have been coming to Earth
the only issue is...
Right.
He does give that old timey pistol to him at the end, Mike. You're right.
Yeah, but they've never heard of a xenomorph.
But we need. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, my issue is I hate all the Alien Earth characters, and I don't want any of them to cross over. I love the idea of Michael Fassbender being the villain and sort of the ultimate puppet master of this big movie.
Maybe you don't need the Alien Earth characters, but Yutani, they learn about xenomorphs at some time in the next 16 years.
So Predator Badlands takes place like hundreds of years later or something.
100 years. We can't get Deck, unfortunately, for my pitch. But Deck
we need
Deck. Xenomorphs
I want
later.
Deck to meet fucking Sidney Chandler.
I took us through what I call a time portal with our little Skronkus here.
Yeah.
Fine.
I need
Yeah.
Hellfang
great.
to meet David. I need
Now we hunt
Haley Spaney will be
David.
there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We need to get
Sidney
Andy
Chandler will
there.
be there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
me, James Franco.
Oh no. I may have- Oh, that's right. Because David
you
and
die in the
Rain
plane
end
crash?
up on.
Danny
Yeah.
McBride.
Uh huh.
Well,
Danny
no, I guess
McBride.
they get killed. They
No,
get
They
yeah,
all
killed
they're all
die
by
done.
except
David.
for.
Yeah.
But no, you get Kaylee Spaney in there. You get Wendy.
You get Andy
You get
down
Deck.
there.
Three of them
I
meet
hate
up.
all of this.
Well, this is what I think they're doing is like a Star Wars Avengers thing. But the timeline wise, but for Deck and them, my question is, I love this movie, but
Yeah.
can you do it again? And if the callus becomes invincible, what is the threat level that can stop them if they just have a callus?
I don't know, Mike, because the franchise really has fought against recurring characters.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of the maniac who invented them, Ridley Scott, he is the only one who's like, no, it's this one guy, and I'm never giving him up.
That's the
You're
thing
just
is
like,
Ridley
well,
kind of
Ripley.
ruined the whole timeline when
and
making
Ripley.
Prometheus and Covenant because he's like,
And there has-
actually, David created the Xenomorphs, and then it's like, oh yeah,
Like,
that
what
kind
are
of
you
ruins
talking
everything.
about?
That
It's
fucked
not an
everything
alien
up.
movie, but it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
But
crazy
it
old
just-
man.
I almost think that if they do go the route that they'll just go full original idea and like not have
Yeah.
anything because it seems like they've not been slavish
I
to.
think they've been playing it pretty smart with Dan Trachtenberg with the Predators movies that he's taken on. It's like they're not
It's not obvious. Yeah.
serializing it too much. Yeah, they're not doing the connected universe too much, and
This
they're
is
just
what
sticking to
every
the
fan
original
says
idea.
we should do. So let's just do the
Yeah.
opposite. Yeah.
When
We
they've had a
haven't
lot of success,
announced-
so I trust. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, this made a ton of money, and I trust Trachtenberg. So a sequel to this with these characters,
Yeah.
is like make a Predator Star Wars arc. Great,
Yeah. I
We
would
just
love
had our
that.
New Hope, and
would
we'll
love
do the
that.
Empire next.
Right, but I guess what would the arc of the second movie like? What does Deck need to do now? He's already proven himself. Now he needs to like maybe prove himself to more Yautjas and like
Dick, great
do
that
another.
you are here.
No,
As your
no.
mother, I must tell you that we are at war with the Empire. What? We
Right.
must take your ship.
No, it's then he goes to Yautja Society, and they're like giving him a hard time because like we don't like outsiders. Your family sucks. Why do you have to be different, Deck? And he's like, maybe I don't need to
Right,
belong here.
you got this
either."
robot and this little Skronkus with you.
I want to see a Gladiator remake. Like he's
Oh.
taken to the Yautja Colosseums by his people and has to
Oh.
like fight for like you must be king now.
I
or
need to
whatever.
mention this.
Sure, he's the rightful king of the Yautjas.
You nailed this,
Yeah.
Colin, because you saw Killers. Colin, did you?
Oh,
see
yeah.
it? So
I
the
did
end
not.
credits
Oh yeah.
shows that there's a frozen Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, a frozen
I don't.
Danny Glover, and a
Yeah.
frozen Amber Mid-Thunder, and they do a Gladiator arena.
Sure.
So
I
here
don't
it is.
appreciate any of this.
No,
Mike.
I've got it. The
Yes.
Trachtenberg, I've got it. Deck is still considered an outsider, forced to do the Gladiator thing, and he teams up with Amber Mid-Thunder, so he's still a good guy, and she's added to the family by the end of the movie.
Yes. And
That's what's
also,
happening. That is
only
what is
one
happening.
of the cryotanks was leaking, so he's very old now.
Yes, Arnold's very
Out
old.
comes Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, we bring back Arnold.
And Danny, they're just like, his malfunctioned, he's dead. Mike Harrington is dead.
Yeah, Mike Harrington is dead.
no. But then- But after Deck proves himself, then one Yautja gives him an old Revolutionary War pistol.
It's the best. It's the
No, and
best
then-
For
moment
so
in
many
movies.
years.
Deck wins, and then Arnold says, "You son of a bitch," and he gives him the big arm high five, arm wrestling
Yeah.
moment.
One ugly son of a bitch. But I love you.
Exactly. Yeah,
But you're great.
that's what he's gonna do. Okay.
We'll
Arnold
see,
said he
we'll
was
see.
interested. now
But
that
I
it's
trust,
It'll
possible.
be good.
Again,
Get Amber in
I think we
there.
all trust Dan Trachtenberg with his track record on these movies. And I gotta check out Killer of Killers because now that I've liked the other two so much, I'm like, I was kind of hesitant because, and I don't mind animated movies or anything, but it's like an animated anthology. I was like, I don't know, but
It's
I will
very
I will watch it.
surprising that there is a through line.
Yeah,
And you learn a lot about Yautja culture, another side of it, I guess. So if you like
Yeah.
Yautja
Right.
stuff, check
Well, it's
out
just-
Killer
yeah, just-
Killers.
Yautja
Yeah.
Coliseum and stuff, right? So,
Yeah,
but yeah, I'll watch it. And good job, Predator Badlands, good movie.
Totally
Glad
surprised
we
me.
watched it. Yeah.
Yep.
Always just happy to go to the
Strongest.
theater. My showing had 3 other people in it. The whole theater itself, I went at about 2 in the afternoon on a weekend. 4 cars in the parking lot. I sent you guys a picture. They were selling the Tron Aries popcorn bucket for $75. What's happening with movie theaters? Nobody's going, but you're trying
Nobody's
to sell
going.
merch for $100
should've-
essentially after tax.
They need to
Colin,
make
you
that
should have got
money.
the Now You See Me popcorn bucket, which is like a magic trick and it makes it look like your popcorn disappeared.
Where's the
Yeah,
one
dog.
for Predator Badlands? It's just Deck's mouth opening up with the mandibles.
It is
Yeah.
his ship and it is his mask, Mike, if you haven't seen him.
Okay.
Right.
Which he doesn't even, I mean, he barely wears the mask, so that's, you know.
True.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you gotta see his beautiful face.
When Elle Fanning's like, what are you wearing later? When he's got like the little bark that he's
it's
got like the one
yeah,
hole
the
in it. It's
bark
like,
man.
he's like, it's like
Yeah.
the bones of the planet. And she's
The
like,
razor
great,
grass
that's
thing.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Rest in peace,
Um,
Laser Slug. You're my favorite little guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor lasers. Like I felt
That's
like
the first.
they needed to make a sacrifice, but they couldn't kill little baby Skronkus because
Right.
he's just a little baby.
But that's
Bud,
when
I gotta kill this laser slug.
fan favorite.
But you see Deck for the first time and be like, no, my little buddy. Like, he really feels for his Laser Slug. He's very sad.
Yeah.
At that moment. Fuels his revenge.
Which
Yeah.
Deck is probably the most emotionally developed Yautja that there has ever been.
He's going to be a
Where he's in
therapist.
touch
He's
with his
got autism.
emotions. He's experiencing
Autism
empathy
for
other creatures.
Yautja makes them very emotional.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's why they're hunting humans with it.
that's right.
All they
So
need
that's
to do
Predator
is
Badlands.
take Tylenol, though. They don't even need to kill us.
It is. That's a new release. We love it. We love to cover those. Jacob, what do we got coming up?
Ooh,
What's
what do we
for the
got
rest of this
coming
month
up?
here?
Well,
We're
next
in
month
the
will
heart of
be-
November.
Yeah, we're in the heart of November, exactly.
Coming
People
up
say
on
that.
Thanksgiving. Heart of
People
November.
are always saying that.
Sounds like a Hallmark movie
no.
for on
Kicking it off.
Thanksgiving.
What are we doing? Are we doing a Thanksgiving episode? What's coming up?
No, we're returning, of course, to our long form series, November Zaki,
November.
and we are talking. Been looking forward to this one for a while. Princess Mononoke.
Yes.
What a great one to do next. Super excited for that. So
Very
Princess
excited for that
Mononoke
one.
will be next week. And then we've got Stranger Things coming up. Stranger Things, we got Avatar Fire and Ash. So
Are we
got some
excited about
things.
Stranger Things, guys?
I'm
The
not.
upside down?
Well,
I'm
I'm
a
kind of-
normie.
I waited too
Colin
long.
is.
I'm,
I saw a
I'm
clip.
getting there.
Did you see
Okay.
this clip that they released? That's like
What is it?
11 training. Have you seen that?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, if you haven't seen this,
Jacob,
watch this. It's like a
don't tell me
training
stuff to
montage.
not get excited for this show. Okay, I don't need to
No,
hear
I
you
saw this and I was
convincing me not to watch
Maybe
it.
it was an AI
I
trailer.
saw this and
who
I
knows?
was like, ooh, I don't know. This looks pretty bad.
I had
look,
not thought about
it was
Badlands, and I
some
loved it. So who knows?
It's her
There's some
running with
sub,
one lightsaber through a jungle, and then Carrie Fisher, who's not dead, says, "You're doing great."
Mhm.
Essentially, yeah, it's her running through this like training course, doing like a training montage,
No,
and it's like some sub Cobra Kai level stunt
No.
work where it's like, oh, Millie Bobby Brown, you are not
Hiya,
like,
hiya.
a good stunt actor. Like I do
We're
not.
gonna-
no,
believe
she
you at all.
can't. Her body proportions, she can't move. Good
Yeah.
lord,
Hand-to-hand
look at her.
combat.
So and it's gonna have that effect where it's like, oh, time for our senior year of high school. I'm 35 years old. My name
Me
is
and my
Finn
kids
Wolfhard.
are excited for me to graduate.
Yeah,
Just like the
but we'll
high
see how it
school
goes.
TV shows of our youth, where everybody was 35.
Yeah, Saved by the
Right.
Bell.
Eventually, yeah.
Saved by the L.
Hey, hey, hey.
Fellow kids.
Supernatural or
Yeah.
Smallville. I feel like they were all like super old in Smallville.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
dog.
Oh, man.
Anyways,
but yeah,
that's
that's
what's
coming
coming
out
up.
soon. So Stranger Things.
Keep
Yep.
tuning in to Normies Like Us. Got a bunch of exciting content all Normvember long. That's what we're supposed to be calling it because that's what this is. We're talking Normie movies, Normie
Normvember.
TV shows. Good stuff coming up, like Jacob said,
Mhm.
our long
Princess Normanoke.
series.
Nice.
Princess. It feels like a Thanksgiving thing for me for some reason. It's very family, very cozy.
Hmm.
And it's sort of an epic. And my whole thing is like November is epics. You know, it's Lord of the Rings,
Yes.
Dune,
Predator
Princess
Badlands.
Mononoke,
Harry
Predator
Potter.
Badlands. Yes.
Yep. No, I'm looking forward to that.
So stay tuned. Yeah.
Mhm. And the company's
get
really
around to
proud of you
taste it.
guys for listening.
He
That's right.
is. He is. We appreciate you coming to Normie Prime, following our Normie rules to be great hunters. You can do that further by following us at normies_like_us on all social media. Rate, review, subscribe. Tell people about the podcast. Comment. It does a lot for us. Check us out on YouTube.
Absolutely. Check us out on YouTube. Yeah, we've been your norms.
Oh, can I read? I did get a comment because my letterbox post asked that question
Oh, sure.
about is it better aliens or this Predator.
Side.
And I'll count this as somebody reacting to our podcast. This user, Dan, says, I agree with all this, but there's at least 4 Alien movies that are heads and shoulders above any Predator movie, so Alien still absolutely clears. So you heard it from Dan there, folks.
All right.
I know there's 4 movies that are better than any Predator movie.
Name those 4 movies is what I'd say to Dan.
I say Alien and Aliens.
Prometheus. The 4th is a
But I don't
hard
think
pull for
Prometheus
me.
is better than every Predator.
You can't just immediately assuredly throw out a wrench like Prometheus.
I would, for me, my tastes, I would watch Prometheus over Predator 1, given the choice. But after that, I don't know.
I would put Romulus.
How many Alien movies are
at this point.
I mean, I would
better
do that,
than
obviously.
Prey, though? How many Alien movies are better than Prey? 4? I don't know.
3.
I don't know if I can
I
get
don't
to
even
4.
like Aliens that much. But
I would say 2. 2 are better than Prey. Alien and Aliens.
And just let it be known for both
Predator
these franchises, there is a greenlit Romulus sequel that does not have a director anymore. Freddy Alvarez dropped out, and then they will certainly make a Badlands sequel because it is making a ton of money, and it's the highest rated Rotten Tomatoes Predator movie.
Keep going.
It shouldn't even be a Romulus sequel. They should just make a different Alien movie with different characters and stuff. Because I feel like that was a self-contained. Like it doesn't need a sequel.
No, I like it the most, and I don't think a sequel makes a lot of sense unless they go to David's planet. I want to see David again. All right.
David meets little stuttering robot.
Yeah, and teaches him how to play the flute. It'd be great. Anyway.
All right, we've been your hosts. This is Colin the Tool.
This is Michael and Yutani.
And this is Jacob of the Yautja. My hunt has now been completed.
Jacob, who's in that spaceship?
It's a little Skronkus.
It's my mom.
It's my mother.
Oh, jeez. Well, Yautja's best friend is his mother. It's November, I figured. All right.
Bye.
That's how to kill Tia. Bye.